Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talking. Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talking to me. Watch how you talking. Have you ever seen snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Fall in the six. Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Fall in the six. Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? If I knew back then what I knew right now, I'd be on right now. I'm the nigga right now. I'm the nigga right now. Got your bitch right now. Since you want it right now, getting litty right now. Wanna take me right now, outside right now. Please do not get in my face. You know that I'm riding the whip. I just needed my space. I drink it straight with no chase. Love when you making that face. Living out of suitcase. Annie, are you okay? I fuck you good the long way. Watch how you talking to me. 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 Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six?
She's a keeper, legs like Serena, strong like Xena, turn into a screamer. She's a dancer, money from Atlanta. She's a cancer, phone ring, no answer. I'm getting litty, mixed dirty with the fenna. My life a movie, I always got a camera. I'm at Cabana, she's sucking my banana. Ooh, na na. If we never met, I'm there right now. Put a bullet in my head right now.
Yeah, I'm living off of moonlight, moonlight. Talking but you don't fight. About a new life. Even when I'm wrong, you know I'm still right. On another level, reaching new heights. I used to hit the block just in all white. No, I can't bless it for my gun mind.
Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Fall in the six. Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six? Fall in the six.
Yeah, I'm living off of moonlight, moonlight.
Have you ever seen the snowfall in the six?
What I know right now, what I know right now, if I knew right now, what I know right now, I be on 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 right now.
Let me adjust this a little bit. What's happening? What's Gucci? What's good? We back. We back live. No premieres. We live again. Hope everyone is well. Happy New Year. As Impanzu said, I hope you guys enjoyed your holidays and all that. I do apologize for my voice. And if I cough and sniffle a lot, I actually got sick on the day I had to go back to work. My immune system is pretty strong. I don't really get sick anymore, so I should be all right. But that's why I sound. If I sound a little weird and nasally, that's why. But got some Zapol, got these, and we should be all right and good to go. We back. First chapter of 2024. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't know if it was the banger we wanted to start with, but I thought there was a lot of interesting tidbits in the chapter itself. Actually, I am going to pull it up just so I have it here, and we're ready to go. 605, right? 605. Yeah, a few things. I'll pull up both translations, I guess. So you said what? What did you ask me, Scope? How do you guys take the line about the lighthouse bearer being of the highest level in the tower? You're talking about when Proust was trying to block Yama, right? Let me see what the translation said on both of them. I don't remember the line, and I'll give you your answer. Where was that? Was that last week or this week? I don't know. I don't remember. But I know. I think I know what you're talking about. Okay, yeah. So that door, you're being blah blah blah, but it's too complicated. That gigantic weapon of Shinsu can kill even a higher ranker if it hits him at close range. It is also being protected by a lighthouse keeper of the highest level of the tower. Let me read Cosmic Scan's version. One moment, please. Right before Yama makes a barrier. We alive though? Common cold undefeated. Facts, facts. I actually used to be like really, really like, especially in the winter when I was younger, my immune system was really bad. I used to be sick all the time. But around when I turned like 21, 22, I just stopped getting sick. It was weird. So this is the first time I've been sick in a really long time. And I'm not even like I feel bad, but I don't feel horrible. Like back in the day, I was like the women meme where like they're like every time a man is sick, he's like a baby. I used to be like that. You go through that door. Okay, so this one said it's too hard to approach, but if you're a high ranker, you'll kick the bucket if you get hit by those Shinsu weapons at close range. Plus, the tower's highest level light bearer is protecting them. Oh boy. Scope, the best that I can do for you is that Proust is probably well known. He has some recognition in the tower, and he's known as one of, if not the best light bearer. I'm sure, obviously, with the opera, Tupuri, God Eye, whatever, he is known as like the greatest lighthouse bearer or whatever. But as somebody who's a really high ranking person in the Pobedal family, and him being a really competent, proficient lighthouse user. Sorry, I just see a spider web over there. Make sure there's no spider. I think basically his lighthouse ability is amongst the upper echelon in the tower. I don't think it's the best. I think we'll see better than this personally, but it's probably like I don't know. Let's give or take top 20, top 15, somewhere around there. That's the best I can do. Best I can do for you, but it's one of those just SIU statements to make it seem more impressive than it really is, just to kind of add a little bit of weight to what Yama's doing by breaking through the barrier. So, yeah. Yo, yo, yo. Highest level equal jobber. Prouse may be top 10 lighthouse bearers in the tower. Possibly. Possibly. I'm not gonna discount that, but yeah, I cannot confirm nor deny. So we'll just have to see how all that plays out. But how did you guys in general feel about the chapter? And also join me later on Twitch today. We'll be going through the 21 strongest irregulars in order or whatever. Like we're gonna talk about it. So join me for that'll be on Twitch. I'll post it on YouTube later tomorrow. But yeah, so come for that later if you want. If you have time. If you can wait till tomorrow if you want to. But yeah. Did Gustang F a dragon? I don't think he did. I'm why I'm guess are you asking that because of Dumas? I don't know like the inner workings of how some of the species and I almost said replication. Excuse me. Reproduction ability of a lot of these races work or whatnot. I kind of get why people ask these things because there's like bugs and spiders and weird things like the Lopabia family and they like procreate. I don't know how that shit works. I couldn't tell you. He's never really explained it. I don't know if they can all procreate. Maybe do different races make love in different ways. You know how like Martians in like DC, they like telepathically like fuck one another, but like humans we kiss and shit. So just there could be I don't know. I don't have the answer. I don't know. I don't think he did though. I think Yeon Hannah is his girl. No, sorry, Eurasia Blossom. Woo woo Eurasia. So I don't know. If anything, he probably he likes them short stack because she's supposed to be like really small. So maybe he likes small petite women. The chapter was okay, nothing special. Chapter is all right for Prouse for Dumas. I don't know if Dumas is a dragon or Prouse, but yeah, he's some weird creature. I don't know. It could they could just be descendants of the Gustang and not literally his children. And for all I know, ever since I seen him turn that nigga into a page of text, I don't know how many of his family is real. Like, what if Proust? He's like, all right, Proust, and he opens a book and like he returns back into the book in like a line of passage, like that one dude who blocked Bam a little bit when Dumas first appeared against Hodgin Sung, not Jihad, Yama, Karaka, and whatnot. Frost probably a test tube baby. That's a good point too. He's a scientist and whatnot, and he does a lot of tests. So for all you know, he's created some abominations. Workshop shenanigans. I'd pipe a dragon if it's bad enough. I believe you. I mean, Sophia stopped Traumer's attack. Two, the line doesn't hold much weight for me. Oh, you're talking about in a cage to some degree, yeah. I mean, I guess. Try and be like, nah, I could breed that. Dumas is a chicken. I don't think he's supposed to be. I'm sure it's based off something. Like there's like a concept that he based it around, but it doesn't look like any creature I've ever really seen. So I don't know. To me, Sophia Tan is the best light bearer we've seen. I don't know if that's facts, but she is the prettiest. Okay, we'll take that. We'll be watching that Twitch stream on YouTube tomorrow whilst I'm traveling to Oxford on street tomorrow because you're traveling to Oxford tomorrow. All right. How you doing, Naz? You're good, brother? Hope everything as well. Um, but yeah, I'm just assuming Prowse is really strong. But can we talk about Yama, please? Can we talk about Yama for a second? I want to talk about Baylord Yama. Are y'all giving him another chance? Does he get another chance from you? Is my question. And is this his last chance? If he don't show out right now, it's over for him. How do we feel about this? Because I genuinely think it's hilarious. Because I'm thinking he's in there having information like and like somehow he's getting like flashbacks. A la, you know how when Doom put the tooth in his chest after the second round with the Asuracha and he got memories of Wang. I thought something like that was gonna happen. And maybe it did when he was sleeping. He dreamed memories or something. But I just the idea that this nigga was like, all right, he doesn't even realize he's stronger. He said, all right, I'm sleep. All right, I'm gonna fuck niggas up. Like he really just he said I rested and now I'm gonna throw hands. Like, what kind of nap did he take, bro? That was the most powerful nap of all time, bro. Like, I want to power up like that after I take a nap. I don't got that. that that might be one of the funniest power ups I've ever seen. It's still not better than Super Milk Time. Super Milk Time will probably always be my favorite, like most comedic power up. If you're a Beelzebub guy, shout out to Oga. But taking a nap and getting OD strong, it might be up there. That shit is hilarious to me. So yeah. Um, where was I at? Or maybe Proust was adopted into the family, kind of like Wang and Yasracha were, though they were experiments from the workshop. That's interesting. I don't hate that idea. I don't hate it. You don't act like a tree finally released to the 12 weeks normies today. Wow. Sophia Tan, dad, they're so far behind, but I think they're approaching at least the Walt Hike Sung symbol. Oh my lord, hate to be them. Sophia Tan probably the best lighthouse base feat we've seen. Hopefully, we see more lighthouse bears capabilities. That I can agree with, based on maybe feats. That's the best one we've seen. Yama the fraud, Yama stocks rising. Frick Yama, Karaka next. He has to earn the chance. Okay, if you give Karaka like 7 chances, Yama can get another chance. True. If Yama claims someone important, I'll consider. If he gets Kalamba, anyone that's not Traumerei, no thanks. I'll give him another chance. He needs to take down someone strong. What if he beats Kirin? I know Kirin's on fraud watch, but what if he beats Kirin or something? Yama lost me for real till he fights someone one on one with Dumas. I feel that. Even Traumerei, if he gets one tap to sleep, it's over for Yama. Stocks are forever down and never coming back. Depends on where. Oh wait, power nap, work for real. Olga was a beast, and he was. It can be a stretch, but many dogs when they sleep, wake up, become more. I mean, that's not even necessarily untrue of humans. Like if I take a nap, if I'm not rested, I feel up refreshed and I have more energy. I don't get a power up, nigga. Like I don't suddenly like let's say like oh like I slept before my game. I don't all of a sudden now I'm running at like 40 miles an hour because instead of like 36 like kilometers, sorry, like it doesn't work like that. Unless that nigga has been fighting for so long, he was so tired, his muscles were atrophying or something, and this arrest just replenished him. I don't know, but it's funny to me. I'm not even like mad at it. We've had a conversation about Tower God power ups are handed out. You don't get them through traditional training, really. Though, give Yama credit, he's one of the people who did train to beat his brother and whatnot. So, Beelzebub shout out, love to see it, of course. Olga's my guy. That's my bro. I'm not gonna spoil nothing crazy. But just like I'm gonna just reenact one of my favorite parts of fucking Beelzebub. And that's when my is it Furuichi his name is? Just going crazy, throwing hands. That shit was so funny, bro. I wish it got the ending it really, really deserved. The proper ending with Fuji and whatnot. But shout out to Beelzebub, man. I kind of read some of his other series. I know he has that like detective one, like is it the dolphin nigga or something? Can't remember. What do you think Prouse's mother? What do you think Prouse's mother, one of the tower's inhabitants? So I assume Traumerei was there and telling Gustang to breed her tonight. Traumerei was doing it. Um, I like the idea that like yeah, I guess characters like people like Rack and stuff are descendants of people who were just natural tower inhabitants. Nothing migrated inwards, planted machinery. Makes sense. I'll talk about Enkidu in a bit. I'll get there. I'll get there. Just wait. Be patient. Be patient. I still believe in Yama. Proud of you. Hang in there. I don't. But he's getting a chance. I don't know. Kidding looking like Godot right now. Damn. If he beats Kidding, he gets at a fraud watch, house arrest, and we give him a watchman license. Okay. All right. I like that. I like that. Keaton, like top three in his family, so he takes him. Will buy back my stock. But is Keaton raw though, Nas? Is he raw? He on fraud watch in my house. Keaton's on fraud watch right now. He ducks all kinds of smoke. He ate fight Yuri. He ate fight Tiara. He ate fight Lobadan. I don't know. We'll see though. We'll see. I want to know about your fraud list. Are Vankel, Yama, and Keating there? Keating's on fraud watch. Yama's in there, and Vankel is at the top of that list. Not literally the top, but towards the top of that list. I have to think about some other ones. Karaka's in there. Yama on the Saiyan shenanigans. Agreed. I think he's gonna put the tower on notice. If he doesn't, I'll never trust a Slayer again. I do have something else I want to say about Yama, so I'll get there. Yeah, Furuichi wanted a thousand faces. SA needs to stop with the random ass power routes. Bam needed to train to beat that Jahan and still couldn't beat him. Now it's handed out like candy. But I'm gonna just push back there. While I don't disagree with you on a very personal level, Tower God has actually been very consistent from start to finish in handing out power ups. Maybe not as frequently and willy nilly as we've kind of seen as recent, but nobody really trains to get strong. People train, training happens. Bam has trained. JVG with Hajin Sung, trained with the Van Kel Battlefield to Battlefield, trained with Hachai, I guess, challenged all those dojos before the Hell Train. Yama has trained. Chianhi Ha has trained for everything that she has, but this is not a series that rewards blood, sweat, and tears like that. It's just like natural lineage, power ups, items, and the things that you get. It actually is consistent. Go watch my video on Power in the Tower. Watch Yama get some W, get cocky after he talks smack to Gus or Yama gets one shotted. That'll be funny. Yama tapped into his Fonsicle blood and got a nap boost. Nap boost? I like that. Rachel thought she was slick with that bracelet. We gonna talk about her too. Keaton ain't raw. What's good, brother? I'm good, man. No hope for Vankel? Nah, she's done for me. Reflejo fraud too? Yes, he was. Keaton ain't raw, but he funny. You got a power of a tree, but you don't act like a tree. The top 10 line? That's a fact. Shout out to Pantagana. We need a top 10 frauds in the top already. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do frauds. I'm gonna do frauds. Maybe top 10 in an honorable mention, so 11, but I'll do it. Speaking of Rack, how do you feel about him thinking a chess piece with a piece of food? This was season one. Rack could be funny, but 70 plus floors, however, all right, let me just start talking about some things. My question to you about Yama is this: the Lighthouse, King of the Beast Skins, blah blah blah. What do you expect, and what do you think is happening? Because I'm actually a little confused. I was under the impression and understanding that Yama's constant training while Doom kept making Houndborns was the conduit that allowed him to tap into full mimesis, full canine transformation, complete houndborn mode. So I thought he could already do this. Now I know against Cal Hellam, he never got a chance to fully do it because he has to do them by parts. First he powers up, his hair gets crazy, then he goes like full transformation left arm. No level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Boom. other arm, leg, and then eventually he become, I don't know, a fucking werewolf. Against Yasracha, I assume because of the fear fang and the whole like fear passive Shinsu ability, that's why he was unable to do it. But now it seems like he's learned it. Like I'm not exactly sure what it is you guys think is supposed to happen. So here's my takeaway. He's either just somehow learned how to do full transformation or at least do it easier or all at once. And it's not as taxing on his body as it was prior. Two, just like his father, he cannot be dominated, controlled. You can't use days on him. None of that. Remember, Wang Wang willingly followed Traumerei. He was a loyal dog in that sense. So I think Yama has probably inherited that. Is he missing any fang? I think he'd have the last fang now, right? So that's my last guess there. And obviously, I guess he's just stronger in general. He actually looked to me like he hit a Yas Ratchet cat pose. That's just my opinion. I'll post a pic in a second. I don't think anything that Yas Ratcha Wang Wang like know about each other relates to Arcanak. I think Arcanak is more about Nenea and that side of the family. Now I can see with Yama's coming into more power, Arcanak maybe revealing himself, but I'm not sure that the native is going to be a part of his power up as of right now. How do you guys feel about that? And I'll cut up to the comments. If Slayer was a fighter, I'm a B rank. Oh my god, that was funny. Okay, so Rack's moment, Sly the Beast, kind of pissed me off. It was just a like, it was a nothing burger like joke. Like it was completely unnecessary. It didn't make any sense to me. I'm like, was he not paying attention? Does he not know how dire the situation is? Like I get, like you said, it's not that Rack doesn't do stuff like that. It's not that Rack isn't that isn't in his character. But I'd argue that he's grown in a lot of ways. So I was shocked to see him just bite it. It's not food and just throw it and leave. So if he doesn't have his chess piece, isn't he disqualified? He can't be whatever. Like it's just it pissed me off a little bit, but I couldn't be bothered. It's just one of those things where I kind of let it go. I thought it was kind of a dumb situation though. So yeah, that wasn't impressive in my opinion. Is it me or is it just real lack of items and ranked items that aren't weapons and even weapons are kind of lackluster even in its weapons? I kind of feel it. I mean, I could go through this thread a little bit again by I'm gonna go through it again. I'm gonna go through it again. I'm gonna show you guys this and I want your opinion on it, but we'll talk about the chapter a little bit more. This will replace our whatever segment for the week. Ongoing issue. Wait, when Karaka's power up, he's taking a nap too, isn't he? You're not taking the Yas Ratcha cat nap though. Neko season nap. Yeah, yeah, purr. Big cat. It's not the same type of nap, bro. Yo, Yas Racha had like the comfiest pillows, the silkiest fucking fabric. That nap. Sorry, it hit different. Ongoing issues of rankers and experienced people having mid to low level IQs doesn't sit right with me. Agree with that. Oh no, the greatest fraud in TOG is definitely Levi. You're right. You're right. Stone Edge and Rockthrow really pressed him. But he's like a regular, even though I know he could have like maybe kept climbing, so I'm not as hard as him. But you're right, he's a big fraud. Sorry, hold on. My mouth. Ugh. Apologies. TOG is very consistent that a lot of power ups will be either inherent talent or artifacts. I agree with this. Do you think fighters get stronger whilst they get older in the tower, as they don't really age that much? Like Yuri got the strong, like had Yuri got strongest naturally without training since she became a ranker? Hold on. Do you think fighters get stronger whilst they get older in the tower as they don't really age that much? Like had Yuri gotten stronger naturally without training since becoming a ranker? I recall a line about Hajin Sung and Machete having that conversation when she pulled up on him the first time to tell him Bam was in danger from Califan. I don't remember it though. But I think generally speaking, once you become a ranker or upper ranker or higher ranker, you get some type of contractual tower related power up. I don't know how significant it is, but I think you have to continuously keep training, learning new techniques, getting more power ups or more powerful items at that point to continue your strength. Unfortunately, I do think power scaling and power ups and combat stuff has been some of the most inconsistent things with in the series, so it's hard for me to really get a grasp on it. It's kind of like I kind of have to look in hindsight, but I would argue Yuri got stronger when she got both 13-month series, but other than that, I don't know. Cuz I don't know how active she's been. I feel like if you're continuously fighting at the very least, you don't lose any skills, but it's hard to say. It's hard to say. Niggas said I got rankers as friends acting like that makes them different. It was stated that Yama was full transformation in certain parts of his body but never went full. Yes, I that's how I remember it. The way I see it, Yama has never fully transformed his entire body at once, which is probably the best way, but he probably has done it individually step by step. Okay. Would it be funny if Bam got Arcanak from Yama to get another power up to be able to pop up the situation he's struck between Gus and Trom? I don't think it would be funny, but I wouldn't be surprised. It would kind of suck for Yama, but I feel like he tried to retroactively power up Yama and Caliban, honestly, and Rack and Aguero because Bam got a power up. I think Arctic will show up later on when he's getting closer to killing Traumerei. Okay. Yama on his Bam gimmick right now, he may not use all his powers together for a while. Okay. That's fair. Rock is stupid when he gets compressed. It compresses his brain as well. Solved it. Case closed. Detective paperwork out. That's a good one. If Yama didn't have no flashback whilst he slept of Yas fresh memories, then he shouldn't have Arcanite's power. Don't know how to spell their names. Yeah, I don't remember how to spell either. Watch Bam yoink it later after this season. Yama probably won't be relevant. That would be crazy. I'll suck for him. Those cat pedals are something else to him. Yep. That scene with Yama going to the lighthouse and sleeping, getting powers is a bit strange. Could be better. Could be, honestly. I think Yama went Super Saiyan without knowing he went Ozaru first, which you could say is the strongest form, and the combination of the two could be what he learned from Yas Ratchet, like Super Saiyan 4. Rephrase that. I'm not. Well, hold on. I think Yama went Super Saiyan without knowing he went Ozaru first, which you could say is I'm not sure. Rephrase that for me. Are you saying that Yama accidentally transformed into a Super Saiyan, but never an Ozaru? And that an Ozaru is stronger than a Super Saiyan? Because it's not. Do you think our regulars aren't affected by the Ranker buff if there is one? So it wouldn't really apply to BAM, or would it still apply? I could see it not applying to irregulars because the rules don't really apply unless they really want it. Like, give me that contract thing or something. I could see it not applying to them because they're already plenty strong without it. They wouldn't need it. They wouldn't need it. So I could say that. What's your thought about Blue Eye Samurai, #1 anime of 2023? I think I didn't. I haven't watched it. I've heard about it. I've heard about it. I haven't watched it. My favorite animation in general last year was probably the Scissor 7 season. But if we're talking anime, like Japanese animation specific, actually, I lied. It would be Across the Spider Verse, the film. That was my favorite animated thing that I watched all in 2023. But then probably Scissor 7. I think it was season 4. I can't remember if it was 4 or 5. I don't think I watched Legend of Hay season 2 last year. I think that was 2022. But I would say anime wise, it would be the Thousand Year Blood War, and JJK season 2 was like right under it. That's just me though. Where the hell was I at? What's your prediction of the next chapter? What will happen? We'll see. I don't know. Like, no idea. Um, I think we'll see more players in the game and what chess pieces they have, and maybe a reveal of one of the kings. Um, I guess Gustang will get into position to meet Traumerei or something, or or go on the hunt. I'm not sure, bro. Gustang did say that being a ranker is what prevented him from returning to the hidden floor, so they are affected by it. Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point. But isn't it doesn't the hidden floor have some type of secret rule though, too? Like you can't speak about or something? I think you might be right. Maybe they are. Okay, fair enough. Could we assume Enkidu works like Venom from the Marvel universe? So you think like a symbiote? I wouldn't make that assumption yet, but I can see why you would be on that thought process. I'm not sure if there's a symbiotic relationship that bonds with another person and has to kind of feed off of them, but also like for all I know, Enkidu just took over this dude or implanted its memories and power into Garuro. I'm not sure, but I see it. I kind of look at Enkidu as this weird like flubber, jello, jelly. What else did we say? What's that the thing from that video game? Like I don't know, like a gelatin substance, weird kind of thing, more than anything. But yeah, I could see him somewhat acting like a symbiote, but Enkidu is kind of funny to me. Where the hell was I at? I think he's saying Yama's new form is like Super Saiyan 4, as in the middle ground between the full Hammer transformation and the base form. I don't really agree though. Oh, because okay, Ozaru, Super Saiyan 3 Ozaru, Super Ozaru compressed. Okay, yeah. Kind of like I guess what Broly does in the new shit. I got you. Okay. My bad. Messed up Golden Ozaru. Now, normal Ozaru. Okay, there we go. There you go. All right. So are you saying he's gonna combine some type of new transformation with whatever else he has, or is it gonna be some weird canine and beastification transformation out of the Asracha to create a new form? So this is really what would make him the king of the beastkins because he can do beastification on top of Houndborn transform. Is that what you're saying, or some type of combination of the two? When Yama first entered the room, I was somewhat reminded of the rice pot. I was too. I totally thought about the god of guardians. I totally thought about Thor. 100%. I hope Tiara is the king. Let her cook. I need that. I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Make my baby the king. I will say Yama felt like he was going to Super Saiyan 4 route design wise, but now he's giving Super Saiyan God energy. I don't know what that'll mean though. I feel it. Do you think it's a possibility of Enkidu possessing an irregular, even a family head? No, I don't. I think I think Gustang kind of demonstrated how much of a non-threat he is to someone like them. I guess your point is if you can catch them off guard. I don't think they have the power to do so. I feel like an irregular can purge them through their body. Or if you ever watch anything from DC like Deadman or something like that, like if you have a strong mental fortitude and connection to your body intuitively, you can push out something trying to possess your body. Batman has done it, Superman has done it, etc., etc. So my answer is no. Yeah, that's it. The answer is no. I think this is how Raken couldn't plot their way out of their encounter with Dumas. What have I asked you? So the last two premieres I did when I was on break. What's the one thing about Dumas I kept saying? I kept asking you guys. Do you think SIU is going to do this? Do you remember what I asked? I'm gonna wait for a little bit. Do you remember? I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna circle back to you. But do you remember what I asked you guys? Gustang said the hidden floor rules don't apply since he's a family head. But it was him being a ranker. I recently read it over. Okay, thank you. Okay, there we go. So it's because he's a family head. All right, bet. Your theories about Traumerei killing Gururo's family were those Yasracha's. Wait, I don't have a theory. Oh, wait, I don't have a theory about. Oh, you're asking me if I have a theory about. I think you just meant like Traumerei's inactivity, laissez-faire attitude, aloofness, the way he treats his family has caused a lot of his Remember, they're still even if they're not like direct descendants or whatever, they're still part of Lopobia family. So I'm sure anybody who shares a last name with him or who he's grown up with, he considers family, brothers, sisters, cousins, lovers, friends, in-laws, whatever. So I think Traumerei's actions has caused a lot of people he cared about to die. I think that's how I interpreted it. I didn't think that he literally like he killed my wife and my kids or something like that. So that's how I saw it. Where the fuck was I at? I think Guerrero's family was the branch that Traumerei drowned. The one that when Bam was down there with the arrow, you think that was that family? You think he was a part of that? That's also I guess I didn't consider that possibility. I just assumed he wasn't a part of that branch. Okay, that's fair. But wasn't that one girl with the green hair like his like direct sister? Maybe not. I don't remember the good looking one that came with Kukuda and stuff, and she was like a previous branch leader. I might be misremembering that. Don't quote me on that one. Never mind. I think I'm misremembering that. Give me a second. Okay, just to reiterate, the thing that I asked you guys about Dumas was, is SIU going to use the fact that he has no hands as the handicap? I kept asking you guys this. No one really answered me. You guys do that a lot sometimes when I ask you a question, you don't answer it. But I asked you guys this. Dumas still has no hands because of Vanquish. And I was like, hold on, is this gonna be the handicap? Which is how like Bam and company and other people could kind of fight and keep up with him. Cause now he has no arms. So like maybe his equilibrium is off, or he can't use or hold his carriers the same way he could wield them when he had arms. That's what I think. Um how do they bullshit their way out of this? I have no idea. But I think part of it will be the fact that Dumas doesn't have hands. I know how this SIU guy thinks, bro. Were those family ass fetchers told Traumerei to kill by a joke? I don't think so. When it comes to rankers getting stronger, it seems that as we go up, a lot of high rankers have reached their plateau in terms of power, so they do get stronger, but not it can't be by much. I can agree with that, Omar. Reread chapter 595 when Traumerei found the answer to Gustang's library. You see Enkidu in the water cube with wings saying they'll meet soon. Forgot that panel. Okay, man, I'll look in a second. Enkidu tries to possess Bam and Bam just takes his powers. I would laugh. I got Rice Pot parallels as well. Maybe his nap included his own form of revolution in his mind palace. Possibly. I'm interested to know how much of Max's children was the one who gifted Enkidu to Traumerei. He mentioned the great teacher. Oh, he did mention that. I still don't think Dumas. I still think Dumas don't need his arm. But my point isn't that he doesn't need his arms. Will he use that as the excuse? You guys have to understand. I think I've explained this before, but I'll do it again for anyone who hasn't heard me say this. Sometimes you have to understand. We logically, as readers and stuff, understand what we're seeing, but you have to see how the author and our creative team will frame it. One Piece spoilers if you never watched Dressrosa or if you care. Luffy and Doflamingo, when they finally really had their one on one, Luffy had fought in the Coliseum, went through a gauntlet of battles, fought with Bellamy for a little bit, and got there. Right? Doflamingo did his little own stuff, mostly fought with Law, X, Y, and Z, but he got hit with a gamma knife. Gamma knife attacked Doflamingo's innards, his insides, and he had to restitch them up. Now, as a logical person, I would argue getting your insides attacked is worse than you losing stamina and getting a couple of bruises externally. But how did Oda present it? He presented it as they went through an equal amount of things to get to this point to start the fight. So, you have Luffy at like 60% HP, Dolphy at 60% HP. So my point wasn't that like Dumas shouldn't be able to handle it. Is he going to use that as the crutch as why he can't capture them? That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say. Where was I at? Damn. Did I miss anything here? Girl's family comes. Yes, exactly. Okay, bet. I got you, Willie. Then. I would laugh. Rice pot. Interested to know the great teacher Dumas Guru will be taking over. Could be a nice twist if he's in the possession of the king piece. They get so. I think we already saw. Did we see his piece? I don't even remember. I think he was. I'll have to look at it again. They get someone about a chess match and Enkidu is now the king. Could be interesting. Could the case could could be the case Icarus was originally a host for Enkidu? You think so? Guru was the bishop, not the king. Yeah, I was pretty sure we saw him already. He was his sister, but from another branch. All right, bet. Herper had these sea urchins, so she could have been Candide's branch head. That makes way more sense. The one that came with that one guy who got one tapped by Caliban. Is that a jab? Was that a jab? Oh, Caliban, I miss you. Do Master destroy one of Traumerei's creatures with his feet, so AA and Rock are no problem? It is true, but those animal fair enough. Does them possessing the pieces affect their powers? I don't know yet. No hands, no problems until Bam shows up. Yeah, definitely take a handicap so they can survive. Oh, you're right. I forgot they said that his chess piece was my bad. The time when he starts streaming varies so much that it's impossible to show up on time. I'm trying I just got home early, but all right. And I wasn't feeling well, so I didn't stay at work all day. I can't promise anybody that I can always stream at the same time, but for like Mondays and Tuesdays, especially, I'm trying to start around 4. But I was early, and the earlier that I can get stuff done and edit, the earlier I can go to bed and be more rested. So I'll do my best, but you should probably just check anywhere from like 3 to 6 and expect me 3:30 to like 6, and I'll probably be live. But yeah, that's my bad though. I apologize for that. I'll try to be better and more consistent at the same time. I think Dumas will fight Bam, so yes, he's nerfing Dumas. Dumas' hands being gone really shouldn't matter since Yama couldn't make dude budge, but no SIU will suddenly be some huge thing anyone can exploit. That's essentially my point. Does the SIU using Dumas' lack of arms as a handicap? I'm a little confused. Is Rachel going to be in this game? I have no idea either. I want her to be, but I don't know. I have no idea. Yo, how goes it? Just tuned in. What's up? Welcome, Blaze. Welcome. I'm good, bro. I'm sick, but I'm good, man. I had a really great time off. Like I really, really did. Really unhinged behavior from me. Definitely channel some of my college years, and I was unhinged, but I enjoyed myself. Yo, yo, yo. What's up, Lizard? Arcane season 2 on November 24th. Will you watch? I will not, because I actually hate League of Legends. I have a deep, deep, is it unreasonable? Unreasonable hatred of League of Legends. So nothing. I actually respect the animation style. It looks cool and stuff, but I have no interest. I don't like League of Legends. I don't play League. So yeah. But I hope you guys enjoy it. Hope you enjoy it. I will not be watching. I will not be there, no matter what. Bam will probably defeat Duma since she has no arms. This is SIU's from out from giving Bam a proper challenge. Yeah, endorse with the king piece who says no. Yes. Man, I have so many thoughts and opinions about the current chapter's plot. I don't even know which one I'm gonna mention and talk about here, if any. Go to town, bro. I'm here, man. Just go to town. Go to town. Ask anything, whatever comes to mind first. The thing is, I don't know if Dumas is using his armor because he should be reborn with his arms like Karaka, but this is why I asked this. This is why I asked all these questions. This is why when I ask a question in the video, I need y'all to answer. This is how I know if you're really watching, though. I asked you if you think. Actually, no, we did kind of talk about this. Some people were saying, I think Dumas's armor is more like Alphonse from like not Metal Gear Solid. What the fuck's about Full Metal Alchemist, and Karaka's almost like a living armor, but Jin Sung said they kind of work similarly, and since he gets it to them, we were like, okay, I guess we gotta take it at face value. But he doesn't have the techniques and exact same power set as Karaka, infinite past lives, the world of darkness, things like that. Maybe his heart is elsewhere, but that's really about it. So I don't know how much they really overlap. Karaka can kind of become reborn in some ways, or whatever the case is. So I don't know that Dumas can do it. But also, conversely, if Karaka had his arms burned off by a family head's like powerful dragon, Vanquish, because I asked myself, did he actually poison the spell? I know that's the concept of that sounds stupid, but I would argue irregulars don't fall into the frame of things that we think are logical within the tower. So I'm like, it'd be really interesting with the part that got melted off. He almost like poisoned this armor spell so it can't regrow, or there has to be some type of workaround to get it to come back. I don't know. For all I know, Dumas just piccolos his arms and he starts going crazy. Food for thought. As a Yama fan, I was eating with this chapter, so happy I've been supporting Yama this whole time. Look at this lion ass nigga. Do you think we may see Yama versus Dumas now after Yama's power up to see how strong he's gone? I don't know who else might be the opponent for Yama this arc. It happens, if it happens though, Dumas might get his arms back. My best guess right now is Kirin. The reason that I say Kirin is not only because he's number 2. He is on Fraud Watch, so I don't know how strong Kirin really is because he's been ducking smoke. But I'm not gonna call him weak yet. We'll see, because Lobadan has been impressive to me. But Kirin has ties into his father, Wang Wang, and him having the thing around his neck, and him being the beast tamer of the Lopabia family and stuff like that. So I feel like there's gonna be a familial kind of plot related reason why Yama steps to Kirin specifically. Like, oh, you whipped my dad when he was in the cage because you thought you could control him, but that didn't, I don't know, something like that. So I think Kirin makes sense. I think Dumas is part of the game, the chess game, which Yama's not a part of. So I personally don't see them interacting in that way. I'm not mad if they do though, but that's just my opinion. That's what I think. I've walked this lonely road. Um, I believe SAU will use that as an excuse in the future for Dumas failing his task that Gus gave him. SCU loves to make those type of decisions, so people who oppose Bam being that strong the same way 1v1 on White got interrupted by couldn't interact. SCU likes to play safe and doesn't commit to one thing so far, especially on those type of situations. I kind of hear what you're saying. This time it's perfect stream time for me. I'll try to like I want to start anywhere from like 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to about 4 if I can, especially on Monday and Tuesday. Later in the week on Twitch, I don't know what to tell y'all. If I have something to do, I have something to do. But yeah, now I wanna sleep like Yama and get that power boost. Unfortunately, I get rested. My HP goes back up, but I don't fucking limit break like Yama. I need that. Yo. Let me get that lighthouse, bro. Let me see that lighthouse, Yas Ratchet. Let me get in there. Let me get in there. Hold on. Did I just fuck this up? No, it's fine. For someone who recently started watching One Piece, can you tell me why Shanks is hyped up? Um, Shanks is one of the strongest people in the One Piece universe, like hands down, bar none. But he hasn't gotten too many times to truly display his strength, and he has a lot of ties to a lot of important people, like the King of the Pirates, Roger. Um, so he gets a lot of just hype based on who he is, the cachet that he carries, and his reputation and things of that nature. Granted, and he has a very deep relationship with the main character. Shanks is a lot of people's fan favorites, and also he has a rivalry with another fan favorite named Mihawk, who's a swordsman. So yeah, that's that's it in a nutshell. I have no idea what was the point of Gustang getting Rachel to Enkidu and giving her a fake bracelet. Everything around her feels so forced and the help she gets feel like there's no reason for it. I actually did want to bring that up, Blaze. I guess now's a good time than any, but yeah, his whole workaround with Enkidu and stuff, especially if he wasn't really like he. I do like the idea that he had multiple ways of getting information, and he didn't, I guess, commit to one to the point that he was willing to kill Enkidu and just go back the other way. But it did feel like a really roundabout waste of time, especially for a character that we consider to be very cerebral, with like he's smart. He's an intelligent man. Like you wouldn't expect something like that from him. Like you would just do whatever you thought would work. I don't know. So I'm kind of with you on that. It did feel a little pointless and a very roundabout, but I think that entire book, handcuff and key with the librarian guy and all stuff. I've not liked anything really related to that at all things considered. So I've been consistent on that point, but I feel you. I got rice pot parallels as well. Maybe he's not included. No form revolution is in my past. I already read that. I already read that. Repair himself, dissolves, can't recover. Don't remember what the claw that Yama got. Does that make you stronger? You mean the tooth? Or does it give you control over beast skin? I was thinking it was to control. Oh, are you wonder? Oh, I guess I never considered the idea that he might be able to create or control some beast skins or at least houndborns a la Doom. But I think it's going to be a more seamless houndborn transformation or complete houndborn transformation. On top of him being like Wang Wang and no one could control him. He cannot be controlled by other people. I don't recall Wang Wang being able to control the Houndborns with days or whatever the way that Doom can, or maybe create them. Am I wrong about that? Someone correct me if I'm wrong about that. I don't remember. I might have to revisit that flashback. Honestly, I do wonder if I do wonder if Gustang, why Gustang is keeping Rachel around outside of her initial meeting. He doesn't really have anything for her. Yeah, unless one of her wishes was just to be involved in his future plan. Do you guys think she's used the wish yet? I don't personally think she's used the wish yet, but I feel like he has a very specific use for Rachel, and outside of that, he doesn't really care about her. And I don't think that moment has come yet. That's my best guess. The poison dragon has heal block. There you go. I like that. Dumas versus Bam. It's possible. I'm not discounting that. This might be where we see how strong Kunerak got after the power up from White. Thinking Dorsey might show up there to save them from Dumas with Bong Bong, or she might end up with Lilial and Shilial. I like that. The fact they both use armor doesn't mean they should have all the same techniques. They each have their own techniques. The armor is just one of their abilities. That's a good point. Well said. By the way, is there where is Ghost? She was with Rachel at first and now he is gone. he did say he will meet Bam again, so maybe they fight. I don't think he'll appear now. I think that'll come later on. Though personally, Ghost doesn't scare me. I don't know why, but we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Wait, did Dumas or Rishmat finish Yas Ratcha, or did he die due to dot damage? I forgot. Dumas versus Yama could be shoehorned by SIU if it was Dumas, but I don't remember. Hopefully it's Kirin. Um, well, Yas Ratcha was dying no matter what. But I think it was is Richemont the name of the guy that put the handcuffs on him? Whoever did the handcuffs and keys shit, that's I think I remember correctly, that's where Yas Ratcha died. Because Yama couldn't break out. Bam broke him out with the help of Endorsi, and that's when they met the other librarian guy who blocked Bam for a little bit before he put his back into it. And then he used his carrier and stuff. So I don't remember their names unfortunately. But Keating has some history with Wang Wang at the very least, but I don't know. I have no idea how these matchup are going to go. I'm just kind of trying to make the best sense of it with the information that I have. What was Cha's piece on the board? Cha's not a part of the game. Cha is on the outside of the game trying to get into the portal, isn't he? He was fighting against Proust and whatnot. Um, I sleep in the cage. I sleep in the Ass's cabinet dungeon. I think it looks comfy in there, as long as it don't smell like fucking cat. The real question is, what do you think Urek and Loose Lake will do here when they appear? What their role will be? Do you think Loose Lake maybe knows what happened to as well with his memory they wiped? I don't know how much Loose Lake and Mazzino knows, but that's one of the things that I'm the most excited about when it comes to this. It's mostly them, honestly. If Loose Lake comes and tries to get a final blow in, maybe if Bam gets to three water dragons and information from the book and Leviathan is revealed that he's just sitting on for whatever reason. Um Mazzino versus the boss and or the captain or whatever, like that should be fun and interesting. So I'm excited for all of those things, but I don't think we'll see it for a while. I almost have half a mind to say that maybe we don't see Loose Leg do anything really, but Mazzino we do, but hard to say. Hard to say. I don't know exactly what they're looking for, what they're after their tickle butt fight, but I am excited to see that. But they but Loose Leg does seem to know more about what's going on with the person that Urek has to fight though. So do you even know what that the creature is or whatever it was he said? So I think Gustang was curious if Rachel could be the host, but that didn't work, so he wanted himself to interrogate Integros as plan B. The host for Enkidu though? Do you think Rachel will have residual benefits no matter how little they are because of the fake Fitbit Apple Watch? Like, will she get a on-demand fake fraud Shinwan Ryu? I guess if she could keep it, she still has it, right? I think she still has it, so I guess so. Like some weak, pathetic version of it. Yeah. It's also weird because I feel like Endless is supposed to play a role with the chess game. Endless, meaning Kidu. Well, that just proves that Kido was right and that Gustang is a psycho and he did that to make Rachel suffer. Fuck Rachel, good. That's okay. We're okay with this. Gustang is a bit confusing because he set this chess match up in his location to do Enkidu being here. So him just attempting to kill him so quick was a bit jarring. It was, but I do like I don't know. My opinion of that keeps fluctuating. It's hard I don't know it's hard to say anything. I don't have the answers. I don't have the answers for that one. I can see Rachel getting stronger via high level items like the bracelet. I also feel Traumerei agreed to this game is too forced. No idea why he would. If you are cautious or scared, you might die. Why walk into their turf when you had them in your turf originally? I don't mind how Traumerei got bait into the fight. The administrators had already agreed he would lose more members of his family. It wouldn't look good and stuff. I'm not mad that Traumerei got kind of tricked into it. Because I think it was like his family members already agreed if he with the administrator if he didn't they would die. They held Enkidu's memory thing over his head and whatnot. And I feel like there was one more thing I don't remember, but I hear you though. Real bracelet. Like if Bellaria sets up a chess match, I don't think that the consequences of losing will be death of the family head. What is the reward for the chess match? We don't know yet. We have no idea. I think it'd be really stupid if she hasn't used any wishes yet. You think so? She might be saving it for the right time. Rachel being both a regular and technically an irregular as well, be as being very easy to control, unlike Bam, might be the reason why Gustang keeps her. They did say she had like the she was chosen but didn't have the power. If SIU tries to make Rackard capable of boxing Dumas from having White's power split three ways, I might have to put TOG down for good. Even with wonky scaling, that just wouldn't make sense. So Giscard dealt the final blow on Yas Ratchet. There you go. That was his name, I think. That sounds right. I think the concept of Laraka and Dumas armor are the same, but the origins and powers are different. Okay. Giscard is the handcuff Pobedar, right? I think so. Yeah, that sounds familiar. Three of four, three, 2/3 of White's power eclipsing Dumas, Yama, Jinsung would be brain melting. All I'm saying is, don't be surprised. Don't be surprised, bro. Like it really might happen. Don't be shocked. I get the idea for Rachel's character, but it has to make sense. Why is she getting so much help right now? It feels too forced. Just because SCO wants it to happen. Hopefully, we get good answers in the future. And Mazzino, we trust. Indeed, we do. I also love how Dumas just appears and is just like, listen here, Bellaria, I can't agree to the game because I have orders to capture Bam, and the guy just bends the rules and makes a new role just for him. I think that might have been always a rule in the game, but that was a nice moment. I think a family head is backing the boss and the revolution. My head canon that is Blossom. That's spicy. Elaborate, please. Please elaborate. That's spicy. I like that. What if Ghost is Phantom Minim? No, no. I already know. Okay, right. What if Ghost Phantom Minim and started to cosplays a regular for lols and he's one records after? I don't think it's Ghost. um, I'm one of those people that kind of think SIU might have been not lying when he said um Phantom Minim might not appear in the story again because he's not a Tower of God character. He's a Tales. He's a story character. So I kind of believe him. That's just me though. I'm in the camp that Traumerei was actually a good person before. That's why I was gonna get there before his memories were wiped. I think Jihad could be behind Enkidu killing whoever it was. Gustang lost some aura when he killed Enkidu. I don't know of the translation. All that. I'm still the same psychopath as before. Whatever. Get the fuck out of here. That was kind of cringe. I'm still the same four-eyed, maniacal psychopath. I was like, why would you call yourself that? That is funny though. But I'm sure. But I think maybe the point of that was like maybe that's what people call him. So he was basically saying, I'm the same cold motherfucker you guys have always said that I was. Nothing has changed. I don't care about power scaling in this series as long as the top tiers like Iraq are all handled well. I do care, but I've just given up already. So I don't whatever. Please bring back season 2 of Tower of God. It's over, man. That era is coming has come and gone. I expanded a bit on the Blossom being revolution in the comment of your last video, but I can expand on the Patreon. Okay, all right, thank you. I haven't read the comments, any comments today, so that's my bad. Just kind of too disappointed in Traumerei and his thinking, or with whatever capabilities. It might be because he doesn't care. He's a family head, but you are versing another family head. Also, Gustang failing too much with getting the memory. Just tapped in as Naya started respecting Yama D. Hemmings. Told you these Slayers, when they reach their potential, shit gonna be different. Happy New Year. No, I mean I gave him his credit, but I'm not moved yet. He's still gotta prove something to me. Maybe Jihad, with the help of the Guardian, made the other family heads lose their memories. Possibly. I took it as people always called him a four-eyed psycho, the same way people fear Tiara. Irure was talking to Blossom via Emily and was the only one to use Emily to shadow revolutionaries. That's part of it. I don't like this memory wipe thing at all personally, but I don't think it's as bad as when they do that shit in other stories with characters getting amnesia conveniently, but it's kind of similar. Yama's arm being healed by sleeping, yet Jinsung's hands are still hurt. Can we consider Enkidu strong? It just wasn't hype seeing this monster. I don't get the same vibe as Leviathan. Love the theory of a family head backing the revolution. So do I. Nice. Okay, I caught up to the comments finally. Jesus Christ. Okay. What did I want to talk about? That's just something I'm about to say. Well, this is happening. I totally forgot. I think Enkidu saying that you are the one person who can't lose their memories is probably significant. Maybe Traumerei really was a completely different person before we started fragmenting and giving away parts of his memory, which warped his personality into a Sonic Fox, bestiality, zoophiliac, watching ass dude. Um, Gustang seems to possibly have to actually maybe be one of the biggest evils of the ten great families, which is interesting to think about. But SIU always said he'd be an antagonist, and I don't mind that he is, and I'm okay with it. But there's a lot more. There's a lot more there to meet the eye. Enkidu being strong or weak to me, I don't know what to do with him because Rachel and Yura were still kind of able to dodge him, and they're not impressive to me. And Gustang really washed Broski. So like, I don't know how strong Enkidu's supposed to be, but I agree with the sentiment that Leviathan has come across to me as more scary, and even seeing Bam channel his power to make Holland bleed was probably a lot more impressive than anything that I've seen from Thingamajig. Let me look at this chapter real quick and see if there's anything I want to up. Yeah. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Enkidu laughing at him was kind of crazy though. Like, why did you think like if you can't beat him, do you think it's a bad look if Enkidu was able to survive Gustang's attack? Does that make him a little more incompetent in your eyes? Just I'm just asking. I'm not saying I believe this or not. It's just a little reminiscent of Kaido like not getting any bodies. You would think a family head is competent enough to know someone is sneaking around or like a bit of his jello escaped outside. Do you guys think it's a good or bad look for him? What do you guys think? I want to see Erect versus Blossom. Very interesting. Based on Enkidu's words, it seems that if not for the memory, Gustang and Traumerei would have killed each other. So if we learned, also we learned from this chapter, so maybe that was needed and suggested by other family heads too. I love Gustang's character and who he is for the series currently. I just thought it was crazy for him to be so willing to kill Enkidu after only giving him one chance. Literally, if he hadn't found Gururo, he would have. We got F's in the chat. I like it and I don't like it at the same time. Cause like, what was the point of all of this? Bringing him here, Enkidu was sealed. Like Rachel opened it with like the Fitbit, but he just broke the whole area with fire. So there's a lot of things where I'm like, it's not you. Are you just throwing shit at the wall? Like I don't know, and see what sticks. But I like the idea that he's like, I could get this information another way. So talk or die. And he's like, haha, you forgot? I'm gonna talk shit. He's like, you must have forgot who the fuck I am, bitch. And like torched him. Like I like that part of it, but I hear what you're saying. Like I hear it. I hear it though. People dragging the Dumas thing. To be honest, it was two panels and he can't kill them. Couldn't rack are not escaping him with feats, lol. Oh, I heard a Reddit or whatever was mad at the Kun Aguero and Rack stuff and Dumas thing, but I'll just see how it plays out. I don't have any opinion on it yet. And I've been saying for 2 weeks, Dumas has no arms. SIU is going to use that as a handicap, bro. I'm telling you, I know how this dude thinks. I really know. I know I can tap into his mind, bro. If Tiara isn't king and Traumerei kills Tiara, I'll drop TOD for killing but the only one joy in season 3. SU doesn't have the balls, hopefully. Yeah, I hope so. Sonic Fox, yep. I thought it was about Enkidu in weakened state at that moment. Well, I still don't think like Enkidu is still not going to like hold a candle to a family head, but I don't know. I don't have any strong opinions on Enkidu, bro. I love the plot that Enkidu possesses people. That's good from SIU. I don't think it's a good or bad thing yet. I have to see how it plays out. Execution is everything for me, but it was a monkey wrench that got thrown to everything that I didn't expect. So kudos for that at least. Enkidu might not be powerful in the traditional sense, but he can possess others. That's a good point. That probably won't happen, but what if the ones who are gonna die is in Dorsey as a motivation for Bam being more on board with finding ending family heads? Probably won't happen, but it would be wild. It won't happen. He's not gonna kill her. I don't think he'll do that. So yeah, if the memory wipe was necessary, it'd be cool though. If the memory wipe was necessary and also suggested by other family heads too, the Trauma and Gustang don't kill each other. Family heads, other family heads too. That would make me question why the other family heads are still right now. I don't know, bro. I don't have the answers. I don't know that I like this memory thing at all, but it's just one of those things where like I can't make any concrete opinions and assumptions until I just see it all play out. So I'm just kind of waiting. I'm cautiously optimistic, as they say. Technically, he did what? Like, oh, die? Enkidu is a great teacher creation. And I hold Max Seth and his children in high regard. So Gustang failing to kill him doesn't bother me. Okay, I like that. I'm not mad at that at all. Oh, sir, Naya, our cough team Traumerei. I'm not team Traumerei. I just don't want to. I'm just trying not to underestimate him. I do think he's hiding something or something he knows or something up his sleeve that we're not thinking about. I said, you know what? I should make a. I'm gonna make a poll in a second. I want to know what team you guys are on. Are you team Revolution or third party? Are you team Pobedal, Lopobia? You know, like something like that. Maybe. So Euro and Rachel, let's say they are carried by their teleporting suitcase similar to Bong Bong. If they have to dodge on foot, they would have gotten washed. All right, that's fair. Not a bad look because Enkidu was dying. Just got lucky with a body passing by. I just really hate in stories when you don't make sure someone is dead if you want them killed. You know, that's one thing I like. Even though Zamari just came and went because the greatest Byakuya Kuchiki La Jesus, as Pat would say, washed him or beat him convincingly. He was like, I'm gonna decapitate her, even though she's like on the ground unconscious, bleeding out. Like characters do not make sure other characters are dead. Like if I cut somebody's head off, I separate their head from their body and they live. Okay, you different. I'm not fucking with you. You are immortal, not immortal. You got some crazy regenerative. Well, no, that's regenerative or healing factor. Like motherfuckers do not make sure people are dead in these stories. That's my problem. But that's just a personal thing. But I feel it. All right. I mean, again, we're just gonna see how things play. I really don't know. Like, there's so much going on, and I feel like if he doesn't hit the right notes on some of these, the song is gonna be ruined, bro. So hopefully he just delivers. That's all I'm waiting for. Gustan could have let Enkidu live on purpose and pretended he wanted to kill him, though. I had that thought, but because he said he has to go back the other way and get Bam, I assumed that it wasn't the case. Um, I don't know though. If if he wanted to release Enkidu secretly, do you think this was all? Do you think all of this roundaboutness was necessary, Blaze? That's just my. That's I don't know. If Enkidu took out someone of relevance, no diff the ranker had the cliche, not at their full power, on at 10% right now. Yeah, it's possible. It's literally SIU just not wanting to tell us anything. It's lame, honestly. I don't disagree with that. I mean, we could find out later that Gustang wanted Enkidu to sneak out and take a knee host, but right now that doesn't seem to be the case. Maybe Gus wasn't caring enough on finishing off Enkidu and was going to use him. Honestly, SAU just not wanting Gustang to get his memory back yet and is doing this dumb shit. I did this remove him from the story for the time being. Maybe if Enkidu possesses you, you get it gets your abilities and moves to another host carrying those powers would be interesting. Rachel dodging Enkidu doesn't mean anything. We've had regulars dodging Traumerei for a while until he's finally started getting serious. Yeah, all right. I like the Enkidu scene from a Gustang POV, but from an SCU POV, I'm questioning why and what. SAU baiting with lore, name a better duo. Traumerei looking kind of weak, so he's probably got something coming for him. I don't think he looks weak, but he looks incompetent at the very least. I don't understand why academy teachers let 13 unstable teenagers with syndromes and considering themselves above everyone else enter the tower. The tower chooses. All right, man. It chooses. Team Mazito CML. The event that's been erased from the family heads' minds needs to justify all the buildup. If it's some mid-tier melodramatic event, then I'll lose respect for them, and if my time was wasted. I feel we get the info when Trauma gets Enkidu and Gustan gets Bam. The 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 both family heads and their memories at the same time? Question. Okay. Question. Why are we getting more depth and info about this green guy that Enkidu took over? Is he going to play some important role? The guy had a whole dialogue on his life. I don't know about bro in the group chat, aka Guru. I don't know what to do with him. He's just kind of around for me. Team Loose Slack. Do you think the erased memories of all the family heads relate to V or Arlene or something completely different? I think Traumerei is the only one that doesn't remember them. I do think it's related to the breakup and the separation, the chasm that was formed between them, and why eventually V and Jihad came to blows, if you will, or Arlene and them came to blows. But I mean, you'd have to, based on what Gustang said, your dad's the worst person I ever met. He remembers V, so I guess, yeah, I guess. Tima Lusalek. In a comic book kill, there was a lion chick, and she always made sure her targets had their head crushed, so there's no chance of them surviving. All right, I read a comic book kill. Shot to Wave and Kurome. I guess I forgot about that. I think I remember her too. Gusting could have said, "Oh, I guess I gotta go get it some other way now." Might be the exact bait for Inker to think that Gusting now thinks he killed him. Didn't he say it in his head though? Am I tripping? Did he say that out loud? I'm still the same. Oh no, he said it out loud. My for some reason I assumed he said it in his head. Okay, you're right then. No, it wasn't. Hence why Gustang is confusing me. He's confusing a lot of us. What if Bam absorbs Enkidu? How can he use his powers? Maybe Bam would put himself with the jellyfish light thing. Yeah, what you said. You just use the jelly powers. I feel SAU stole time so he can stall later. Best theories for missing members of the family head. Oh, you think he's waiting for someone to come up, someone in the community to come up with a good theory? That's hilarious. I don't know though. I don't know. All right. Gus remembers VNR Lee, but Trump did not have a memory of them. He didn't recognize Bam being their child or whatnot. It seemed like his memory wiped it too. And when the power of Jihad came into the hidden floor, he said, "I killed you already." So he knows who Bam's parents and lineage are. Okay. It's been 2017 since SLU last dropped any major lore. I don't read TOG for lore, but that's ridiculous. He keeps dangling lore in front of us. I wonder if Traumerei is hiding something from Gustang. I guess like a hunter would. They let their prey think they're winning, luring them into a trap, and in fact, it's the other way around. That's why I was saying stacking the deck so much in the Popodal's favor to me is I feel like SLU is trying to lead us into a false security and think that they can't do nothing. I want to read you guys this thread that I found, and I want your opinion on it. It's a thread that's critiquing the current state of Tower of God. It's by Just Slater on Twitter. Conway Stern, the magician's nephew. Conway Stern is a Archer character. If you ever watched Archer, I'm gonna pause in the comments for a second, and I'm gonna read it, and just I'm gonna read it. Just comment as you go, and then I'll circle back to your comments. So let's see what I go on here because I thought it was interesting. We talked about it yesterday a little bit, but I want to know what you guys think. My full thoughts on Tower of God. The most obvious way to tell the story has fallen off is simply to look at the Tower of God content being produced and the ratings. When I first cracked the Tower of God, there was so much content on TOG. Theories, analysis, reviews. As time continued to pass, whoops, the fandom eventually began to exhaust the lore SU had given us. It should be noted that most of the lore came from the blog posts, which have been deleted. Look at Bonehead's channel. When last did he create actual interesting TOG content? All he does is reviews and theories from his Discord, which have already been discussed on Twitter, Reddit, or even Tumblr. The only new info is the seven deadly sins of Traumerei's animals, but that's something most of us already talked about sometime last year. Look at TOG on Twitter right now, and it's mostly Kunstans and KB shippers. I want to make it very clear that I'm not throwing any shade at Joe. Me and Joe are cool. We are friends. I'm simply reading the comment section, and I did defend myself by saying I tweeted at him that I believe I'm gonna find the tweet. Give me a second. I did tweet, but pause for a second. I did tweet at him that I think that I make interesting Tower of God content no matter what's happening in the series, even if he's on hiatus, not on hiatus, is or isn't around. So I kind of defended myself a little bit. See if I can find the fucking tweet. There it is. Found it. I kind of said this. I agree with mostly everything you said on this thread. I really agree, like a solid like 70%. I agree with, but I still think I make really interesting TOG content, whether or not SAU is cooking or even on hiatus. Then we kind of spoke a little bit after that, but I'm gonna keep going. And like, good for you if you're one of those. Wait, yeah, good for you if you're one of those. But if you clearly aren't reading TOG for TOG, you're reading it for Kun and KB. If Kun died today, you will drop Tower God. Tower God went from having themes dissected and lore explained, analyzed to effing Vasco and his bot tweets. I do not know who Vasco is. There was nothing wrong with bot tweets, but my point is TOG is lacking in content so much that our only content is bot tweets or ship tweets. What happened to the lore discussion, the story discussion, plot, characters? SIU is what happened. This is reminiscent of Lost, where never finished Lost. The start is so interesting due to all the mysteries, but as time passes, we realize that it's all because the writers didn't plan it out and had one of its worst endings ever. People saying let him cook, and we can't even craft theories or do simple analysis or analysis simply because there's nothing to work with. The French and era fandoms are trying. I'm not aware of them, but I've seen their posts lately. It's all in circles or outlandish theories that I can't take seriously. Compare TOG to any other fantasy series with the same length. We haven't had a serious TOG discussion in forever. Compare that to One Piece or Kubera, two long series nearing their end goals, but constantly providing us with lower new context. TOG hasn't had anything particularly interesting in almost all of season 3. SAU finds ways to avoid dropping lore and drops at most one or two lines that leave you with more questions than answers. The only type of world building he does is to destroy his own world with previously established rules. I kind of very much agree with this, with some of the world building stuff. What kind of backwards writing is that? TOG Reddit is a mess because there's so little meat in each chapter. They have nothing to talk about but complain as they should. Ratings are a mess because SCU hits a bigger lore just to find 100 reasons to divert it. Don't and Char fought in Genesis. There's no reason why we should have more lore about Genesis right now. BAM has received numerous information, but SOU's hiding it from us. How dumb is that? Which series hides lore given to the MC from all the audience? And when they do, it's something major but small. BAM has also so much lore, but is seemingly unchanged by it all. It's just frustrating because every chapter is empty calories. TOG is ongoing. It could change, but at this time, what makes it special? TOG is lost. Maybe it needs this arc to end to reset, but SU needs another break to fully flesh out his role because this is ridiculous. Seriously, it's time to start adding in blog post lore into canon. Look at Yama. Answer how we're going to power up. It's vague. SIU is keeping everything vague, which is stupid. There's no benefit to it because it's either he doesn't have it planned out or he will lore dump once when we should be moving on to other important things. Oh my god, it's just so long. I keep going how long this is. I'm not even going to touch on character assassination and how stupid it is that we don't know about Endorse's true name. Shabisu's team has been out on the back burner since forever. There's also the fact that we keep running around in circles. Gustang has been going in circles trying to regain his memories. Now he's going back to BAM. Why did Traumerei agree to this stupid game? Why didn't Dumas capture Kun? In his own SC's own word, an HR can fulfill any position, but even without arms, a single bang can stop or kill. Kun or even Speed Feast, the world building is a mess, the lore is non existent, the characters are boring and caricatures of their past selves. Kun went from being a top 2 to not even top 10. I hope SAU remembers how to write after this arc. Otherwise, one of the greatest fantasy stories will go out on a horrible note. No, aside from new readers, which are impressed by Tower God. I will post this thread in case anybody's interested in reading it themselves or going through with it, but that's the gist of it. So, yeah, what do you guys think about that? I kind of found this before I went live, and I thought it'd be a good topic of discussion. But let me post it here so y'all can see. There it is. Talk to me, man. Talk to me, man. walk this lonely road, only than I ever known. Comic get killed. Gustang remembers me and Arlene. 2017. Traumerei's hiding. Family to stop with these pussy memory wipe shit. Anyways, I hope that don't play too much to part of this arc after the wife. Yeah, I hope it's just. I hope they wrap up this Castle Oblivion gimmick here. Um, doing that too much would be dumb. It's just so weird to me that Bam has all the information, especially because we're used to him knowing little about the tower. Aguero thought he was winning and pulled the strings, whereas it was the exact opposite. What if he's allowing Gusling to lead before revealing his plans? That is why I'm not underestimating Traumerei because of the flippity switch he pulled on Aguero. I was like, ooh, you kind of got played, boy. So yeah, Conway, he's garbage. Let Duda Bozo. Conway Stern, always see him on Twitter yapping LMAO. I don't know him like that. I don't know if he's like well known in the community. I don't know if he's respected, revered, clowned on, somewhere in the middle, not well known. I just brought it up because I thought it was interesting because a lot of the things in there are things that I've probably mentioned at nauseum in the last couple, at least since season 3 started. A few things, but inconsistency. But I just want to know how you guys felt about that. He has talked about information with anyone. Is there anything in the memories that we could have used up until now, or is it really just for the big reveal? Big reveal. My problem with TOG is the answers we get after winning for so long. They don't feel good enough, not complete, explained in confusing ways. Way too many more questions and not enough answered. I don't know. It feels too convoluted too. Do you guys think sometimes it's a translation issue? Just out of curiosity, do you think sometimes it's not necessarily SIU or anyone's fault? It's just that maybe some things from Korean to English, Korean to French don't those are the only two languages I read Tower God in. They don't translate that well, and it's kind of confusing, like navigators and guides and things like that. Let me know what you guys think. Vasco Stray LOL. Who's Vasco? Do I know Vasco? The name's familiar. Like Vasco Schwal. I'm thinking of the character from One Piece, aren't I? Vasco Shot. Never mind. I'm an idiot. Stupid. I'm thinking of the One Piece character. I agree with that point. That mystery that gripped me so hard at Dragon TOG, but these answers are so ish that they don't even seem good at all. Like I just commented, I think there's plenty to work with. Current TOG just cluttered and bam is boring right now. I do think the current section is the best TOG has been since the last station. That I absolutely agree with. Conway got kicked out of every TOG grab, LOL, and the French don't like him. Every story gives you more questions than answers, LOL. I don't necessarily agree with that part, Killmonger, but fair enough then. One Piece is similar to TOG for me, but to each their own. I agree. I think they're both in similar places right now. But I'm actually a little higher on Tower of God than I am in One Piece. Tower of God, I haven't even read One Piece like the last two chapters. I don't think. I was gonna ask about the One Piece comment. Yeah. Yeah, One Piece. I don't think. I think One Piece and Tower of God right now and Oda and SU right now are exhibiting a lot of the same issues and problems, in my honest opinion. But I think Tower of God has been much better in general. I still think the problem is 50% are reading the raws and other percents are waiting for the webtoon. Why is that a problem, Willie? I don't get how does that change? That's a community issue for sure, but how does that change the literal contents of what's happening inside the narrative of Tower of God? Is my question for you. I have to go because of a storm, but I'll check the VOD. I'll tell you about my Blossom Theory on Patreon. All right, I appreciate you. It is snowing like crazy here. We're supposed to have an ice storm in Ontario. I'm here in Toronto, Canada, so I don't lie to you. I've been looking outside like, damn, I'm gonna have to shovel and slip and slide. So yeah, I agree. In Kubera, we get at least one question about the world answered each chapter. In TOG, there are so many questions about Rachel and Bam's past, but nothing gets answered in hundreds of chapters. I don't know how much I agree, but a lot of my issues depend on how he ends this arc and starts the next one. So I'm just holding my doomsday takes for TOG in the back pocket. I'm kind of on your wave, Cayenne, because I'm like, with the introduction of two families going at it, two family heads going at it, Loose like and Mazzino and these guys being here, you could really, really mess something up greatly if you don't deliver. So I'm like you, I'm kind of on standby, like I'm just a bystander. I'm merely observing. I am here. I am, like if Tower of God was like a buffet. There's a lot of stuff here I don't like, but for the time being, I'm just not gonna eat it because it's not being forced down my throat. I'm gonna have some ramen, some fucking beef, some broccoli, whatever. But I'm not touching like the anchovies or whatever. Or like milk. I don't like milk, but yeah, I do like a different type of milk. Let me stop. I don't know who the dude is, but I agree with most of it in a way. Yeah, I think I'm like 70% aligned with a lot of things he said. I'm thinking the biggest feat we have seen is Gustang creating a life in a higher ranking for some words in the book. Honestly, you're I don't that is one of the craziest things we've seen. Like he just made a nigga who's a high ranker. Like that guy kind of blocked Bam for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm with you on that. I'm with you. I'm with you. I don't disagree. We gonna get the lore dump when it's time, just like we did in the Floor of Death. You guys are just overdoing it. He tried to say OP don't do the same 1,000 chapters, but we're getting nothing concrete about voice entry. Well, Killmonger, I actually agree that One Piece has the same problem. Like it's not really revealing anything, but I will give you my general soliloquy. I won't go too in depth into it. The idea that I think if there's a everything has an opposite reaction. I think two things could multiple two to multiple things could be true at once. On top of the fact that if people say, hey, you have to wait, be patient, let SIU cook, you have to wait till the reveal. The opposite is also true in my opinion. I can comment fully on everything that I currently do have in the story and the narrative as presented. Now, like Fax Kellerman said, and I like that he said this because I use this line a lot. When I am presented with new information, I could amend my stance. Case in point, Yama has not been cooking. I have not been impressed, but I've known deep down that he has the three fangs, Houndborn transformation, and Arcanak in him. If Yama starts to cook, I will apologize for my impatience. I will say I was wrong. I should have just waited a little bit longer. And if he starts going crazy, Yama will get his flowers from me. It's literally that simple. I don't feel the need to have to just sit and not say a damn thing because I have to wait till the story is over before I can judge it. No. Two, certain pieces of information in storytelling have a prime opportunity to be presented to the audience. And if you wait too long, it actually causes problems in the story. I'm going to give you a One Piece example. The Kuma flashback should have happened the moment Bonnie stuck her hands inside of the memory paw whatever thing that Vegapunk had. That was this flashback to me is ill placed. I hate the timing of it. It's off. I don't like where it's placed with Kuma. I don't even love the flashback, honestly. I don't. But I think the timing is off. I'm gonna give you another example. Naruto. Naruto sat, in my opinion, sat way too long on the Toby Obito reveal. By time we learned that Toby was Obito, I didn't give a flying fuck. I didn't care if it was Azuna, Madara's ass cheek. I didn't care if it was a Zetsu. I didn't give a damn. If you sit too long on a mystery, I lose interest. You have to give me something. You can't just say, okay, this is a mystery that I have and that I introduced in chapter 2, and I'm just not telling you until chapter 1084. That's lame to me. That's not good writing. That's not good storytelling. You have to disseminate this information, trickle down effect, IV drip, or at the right points. Sometimes it's the opportune moment, but there's other good times to do it. Bam sitting on this information to me is the one thing that's weird. Like he's just not just Leviathan in the book. That's the only two things right now that I'm like, I feel like we should probably have a little bit of insight into what he just learned from those two separate occasions. Other than that, I'm chilling for the most part, but I understand people's frustrations. A good story has a give and take at a certain point where you get questions, but you get answers. Kubera is doing this really well right now. Kubera is answering so many questions. She might sprinkle a new mystery or add a little bit of a layer to it that we didn't consider, but Kurigam is answering things in Kubera. So like no one's perfect, but writing a story is hard. But I do think some of you guys are. If you guys believe that I'm too critical, I think some of you guys are too lenient. There's probably a middle ground. I don't know if I'm there yet. I'm trying to be even keeled with Tower of God and find that perfect middle balance. But if I'm too harsh, a lot of you are much too lenient. Your cape is constantly flowing in the wind, and I don't think either or is good. That's what I think. But be patient. Wait. weight, I guess, is a lot of people's go to. Okay, let's see. Where was I at? Yeah, I feel a lot of the bad taste is a result of translations. Definitely think that that's playing up. That's definitely a factor in my opinion. Let me skip this survey. Why are you giving me ads? I don't want ads on my own thing, bro. Hold on, I need to pull up the comment section again. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. Give me a sec. I walk this lonely road. Okay. He has a point. I'm a strong believer the reason SLU stalls so hard is A, he's waiting for the Korean fan base to prepare a good theory for him to implement. B, maybe he's wanted to make Gus and Tram fight have better art. Okay. Koreans keep complaining too. It's not a translation problem. Oh, you know what? They have been a little harsh on it, up and down a little bit, but I didn't see any comments. I actually did check for once. I couldn't find anything though. I don't know if I was looking in the right place. To be frank, I don't think TOG is past redemption point or anything. Not even close. There's still more than enough time for SC to steer this ship straight. I agree with that, Blaze. I don't think we're at a. I don't think we're like at a tipping. Well, I do think he can ruin. Again, I guess this is one of those things where it depends on your perspective. Like, if family heads really aren't the tippy top of the tower, I'm okay with us kind of sticking them a new one, kind of peeling back the layers and showing how they're really not these gods that should be revered and prayed to or whatever the case may be. But if they are, he has to really do a good job with balancing some of this stuff. But I'm with you. I don't think it's so far gone it can't be saved. I do think he can course correct. I'm with you on that. But he's probably running out of time. I think he's got to course correct sooner rather than later. I'm with you though. Vasco, my guy Conway was in his chat. Vasco does troll, but he promotes the series in a funny way. Okay, cool. Is he? Does anybody know who Vasco and Geo are? Isn't Geo kind of like a promoter for One Piece? I don't know. I agree with it a lot. 7 out of 10. We diverted back from the core of the series being climbing, and we haven't been back. Instead of it, instead of saving Jin Sung, we're going back to climbing, and we entered a wedding tournament. We didn't even finish that. We even get past round one, and now we're continuously tiptoeing around the war. The difference is with One Piece, once it gets revealed, it's amazing, and you get more than you knew. The answers you didn't know you needed. I mean, look at Reverie, for example. I do agree that a lot of One Piece reveals are mostly satisfying that they're not, but I do think he sits on them too long and adds too many. And there are some where to me have been a little bit lackluster, but I feel you. Do you think any of the following family heads will have the same level of introduction and hype as these two? Because I'm worried that any of the others won't be fleshed out in a story and can be rushed. I have half a mind if something really big does go down, Traumerei dies, Gustang dies, one of their families are completely wiped out, one of them gets sealed, kicked out the tower, I don't know, depowered. It will force the other family heads to have to come have a conversation. Sorry, I'm just gonna think in my nose. Give me a sec. Sorry guys, I'm congested. Okay, my fault. What was I saying? Yeah, I can see them all not getting properly fleshed out or something being rushed a little bit. I hope that's not the case though. I do think Edouan, Ha Urine, and Blood Matter, and Eurasia were probably good. The Tupuri, I don't know. Arihan, actually, I don't know. I think we'll get enough, but you're right. I don't know if any other family had will be focused on in the same way that Traumerei and Gustang, at least their families to some degree, have been. It's a it's a fair concern, but I'm not there yet. In my opinion, imagine if the Loose Like a Mazzino after all we got from Webtoon and not the Raws and have the fandom waiting was gonna is wait. In my opinion, imagine if Loose Life was Michelle Webtoon. So you mean as a whole collective community, we all reacted at the same time? That is hype, and that's good for community and outside factors. But again, my question is, how does it literally change what's happening in the narrative? I don't discount experience, by the way. This is important to me. Part of the reason you can see the ring on my finger, dog. Part of the it's not even focused. I don't know, whatever. Part of the reason that I love Reborn so much isn't because I think it's the greatest story ever told in the world, My experience reading Reborn, being on onemanga.com forum with Harlan Phoenix and some other people, Froggy Man, I think his name was Froggy Man 99 or 77, something like that. Then one manga went down. We loved Reborn so much we created our own Zeta board for it called Katekyo Hitman Reborn. And on that, we continued having conversations about Tower God. Then me and my friends all had our different favorites and stuff like that. Like my friend, I'll be in high school, and my friend was running to the locker. We'll all start laughing because he's doing the Yamamoto versus Kengishi moment where he ran into a wall. Like I had a great experience with it, which greatly enhances my overall thoughts, opinions, and feelings on Reborn. But the literal contents of the narrative, it is what it is. No matter how much fun I've had with my friends about it, that doesn't change what happened in the narrative. So what I'm asking you is how does the community all being on the exact same chapter change what's happening literally in the story of Tower of God? I think One Piece has the worst pacing problem I've ever seen in my life. uh I don't know. I don't have an answer for you. It's not great though. I don't know. I've seen some bad pacing though. That's funny. I don't have a problem with lore or with One Piece at all. In my opinion, the majority of the current Kumo stretch in lore a lot. I really just, all I can say to the One Piece fans, I wish I was on this. I want to love it. I have not, I don't like Wano. I don't like Egghead. I don't like this. I'm not having fun. I am not having a good time. uh, I've seen the anime's been doing some cool stuff with the openings and the visuals. Maybe I'll peek, but I don't know, bro. I might be. I'm kind of still mentally checked out because I'm not even all the way. I know. I think I am caught up. I think I am caught up, but yeah. And yet again, I don't agree with the reveals always being amazing in One Piece. Haven't liked the reveal in One Piece since Wano yet. Yet again, a me problem. Let's not talk about Naruto Shippuden. That story turned into such a shit show. So many problems. Toby's identity was complete dog piss. To be frank, I I also seem to people too critical. I don't like stories I talk about, but just like personally talk about the stuff that I can be criticized more. Right now, I'm still enjoying TOG a lot personally. I am too. I'm having a good time. Just I have issues, but I've never not had issues, especially since season 3. Like it's not new for me. Like I said, this has been my baseline for like 4 years now. So in my 3 rereads of Tower of God, I've noticed SAU and his arcs almost every arc at the end does something crazy. Example: Hand of Arlene and season 3 Traumerei reveal. So I guess I am used to waiting. I remember you saying this before, Willie. I didn't fully agree with you. um, I'll give One Piece that. I think most arcs end on a high note and end really strongly. I don't think he's done everything he's done that's crazy. I don't think it's always been at the end of an arc. I think a lot of it has been the middle of an arc, beginning of an arc, somewhere complete, not the middle, beginning, or end, but also just nothing humongous has happened sometimes, in my opinion. At the end of the day, we are in the 52nd or something floor. We are less than halfway in 10 years of the series. So, no, Tower God has been going on for more than 10 years, a decade. It's probably like 11 years old at this point. And just because we're on floor 52 doesn't mean it's going to take the same amount of time to get to the other floors. So, this could end in 4 years for all you know, or 5 or 6 or 10. We don't know that. We don't have that information. The top comment ever for this chapter was just scroll to the post family arc head Skype arc needs to happen. Epilogue. Yeah, we need that. We need the family heads all conversing and coming together. Do you think? In the end of the day, we are in the 52. Wait, I read that already. Would be interesting to see if family heads will differ from each other. I doubt that they will all have this god complex mentality BS going on. I think that's the case too because Mazzino's a little different. Gustang is as much as you could call him a four-eyed psychopath. He talks to his family. Traumerei doesn't. I feel like Ha Yurin has a decent relationship with people. I think Ha Yurin's like Yuri a lot, so I think she's cool. I guess my problem with Tower God is that it's just okay right now, but it used to really captivate me and keep me wondering what's going to happen next, and it just doesn't do that as much anymore. Though it has its moments. I'm with you on that. I mean, at one point, I would have told you this is one of the greatest things I've ever just experienced from top to bottom. Like, no way, shape, or form. If you try to say it was mid, I'd throw my cape on. I'd fight you. I'd argue with you. I don't really do that anymore. I just kind of like, yeah, that's a fair point. Kind of this. But something I liked a lot for many years, eventually kind of falling off isn't something that I'm not unaccustomed to this. I think Kingdom Hearts fell off. I think Danganronpa fell off. Ruby fell off. Though Ruby I wasn't watching my whole life. That's like 2013 maybe, something like that. Danganronpa 2. Like some of the very few exceptions for me is like Legend of Zelda. As much as Tears of the Kingdom disappointed me, it was my fourth favorite game last year. Still love Zelda. Like Zelda still, a lot of things betray me. One Piece is betraying me. Tower God could be, so I'm kind of used to this. I think he holds too much to his chest and doesn't utilize all the concepts he's created. And when you have a big world plus cash, you need to use them. The fact that we never seen a two member is crazy. Agreed. Also, a solid reason. Behind in the stream, but it's funny how SCU never makes resting and sleeping the power up for Yama because SCU is never resting. It's kind of funny. Welcome down on it. Doesn't matter what floor we at. We at two family heads going at each other. This could potentially make or break it. Similar to having to take down two Yonko. That's a good point. Are are there any other scenes, information, or repercussions that SLU sat on for too long at TOG for you? For example, Aguero's death. Don't even talk about the Ruby fall off. Don't. I will rant. I used to love Ruby, bro. Um, the Guerrero death thing was a little annoying, I guess. And then it was solved all so quickly in one chapter. Plus, give him a power up, so that wasn't very sexy in my opinion. Best way for me to put that. What else? I don't think he sat out for too long. I think understanding the inner workings of some of these organizations, or at least have a preliminary understanding, like how do I become Caliban, aka the commander of a corps, or Yasracha? What's that based on? How do you get recruited? Why does Zahard pick people to become a part of his army? Yasracha was a local Bia, and then he went to the Zahard Empire. How did like things like that? FUG. Why do they pick Slayers? What is it based off of? Like very basic, rudimentary things like that. I think we should have a good understanding of. Why was Adori, or how do people like Adori get recruited to RED? Like we have no idea how FUG works. We have no idea how most family heads works. Have I ever done a Ruby? I think I have a rant video, maybe. I think I have a video called "Ruby is ruining my life." Hold on, Ruby is ruining my life. Oh yeah, 2020, 2020, right here. Uh, I'll show you guys right here. If you want the link to the video, I could show you it, but right here, that's me. 2020 Ruby's ruining my life, and this is around the time I dropped it. 2020 December. I could drop the link if you want the link in the chat, but yeah, that story has not delivered, bro. Has not delivered. My personal flaw with TOG is the potential he has in his world building. The fact that all the floors are like America or something is crazy. He just wanted more. Yeah, he's not utilizing the full potential. I agree. Man, we just need more info about a lot of stuff. I personally think in TOG, there's too many things that we just don't know about or don't know yet. I've said this multiple weeks ago. Questions like how many princesses are there? How many in each family? Yeah, I'm gonna watch that after the stream. Okay, I'll post it. Hold on, let me just. Oh shit, I lost it. Ruby is ruining my life. I can't just. Okay, cool. I'm in all Ruby gear too. I have a Ruby hat on, a Ruby wristband, a Ruby T-shirt. But there it is. There it is, though. I said this a couple weeks ago. Just like just stuff like that. I would really like to know. But again, because we talked about what Stern was saying, I think One Piece has this problem too. How when I'm in the Marines, how do I go up the ranks? What specifically are they? I don't. Maybe we know this. I don't. What are they specifically looking for? Like, how do I become an admiral? How do I go up the ranks in the Marines? Like, there's some organizations in One Piece. So I'm like, I feel like I should understand it a little bit better though. So yeah. Haku did say this is the best TOG has been. I've seen him tweet that. I don't agree with him, but you'll get to hear us talk about that when we do the big discussion. I'm trying to get it set up as early as possible. It's probably looking to be in February, mid late February, early March. but I'm trying to get the big TOG stream going. So just give me some time. I kind of want them to see the loose leg stuff though for the people who are like raw readers, not raw readers. So just give me some time. But I have been trying to set it all up. I have. I promise. We should have a visual representation for how the Lopabia family works. There's 23 branches. Not all are active. Some have been destroyed. There's like two armies. Yeah, just be nice to know things like that. But because I'm one of those person that believes the small minutiae, right, of the story you're crafting, they go a long way because it adds up. This small thing here, this small thing here, this small things here might seem inconsequential, but enough of those small things build up, and you have a lot of really good things going. That's kind of I always say like sometimes like One Piece and Tower of God in a lot of ways to me right now. There isn't any super specific things I point to and go, wow, terrible, garbage, trash. Gotta drop the series. It's death by a thousand paper cuts. It's a small thing here, niggling thing over here, a tiny situation that happened in this part, and it builds up. If every problem is a grain of sand, at some point you're sitting on a beach. So we gotta do better with the small details. A lot of these authors go really go big picture takeaway, and they don't focus on the small things you gotta build up. For example, remember how I was like very happy when Holland and Perdity recognized Hodgin Sung as the massacre of the Ha family? He is known in the tower for being one of the people who destroyed an entire branch of his own family because of what happened to his lover. You need to recognize it for stuff like this, and then them using tactics. Yes, you're a high ranker. You're a very old person in the tower. You should be thinking using your cerebral horsepower when you're involved in a fight. So me seeing him actually being like, "Hey, bam, they're like luring us now. No one to stop attacking." I think we should see more stuff like that. It's such a small detail, but trust me, you see enough of those things, it truly adds up into making the story just come to life in a way you couldn't imagine without it. I promise. Get the big stream after the Lusek fight. Yeah, yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. At least have them meet. So, I think that's maybe 6 more weeks or something of the sort. But again, I'm trying to get that working. I'll try to get the last ranking, the One Piece stream go, and then the Gintama version is history. Just give me some time, boys and girls, and Goombas. I might be wrong, but didn't the new admirals get scouted from the outside the Marines? It was the military draft or something, but and so we know about the military draft, but like what's the military draft? Were they in some other portion of the world government and Marines? And again, is it a recommendation? Do I have to do something and be recognized for it? Oh, the Rocky Port incident. Like we don't know. Like we don't actually know. We have an idea and we can maybe make something up, but we don't have an idea. We don't know for sure. Gradual build up, so there's more dopamine release overall when you get them. Also, people can theory and the mystery stays more consistent. Nothing that happened after the hidden floor has been as good as anything that happened up to then. Well, I think the last station is the weakest part of season two, so I probably agree with you. There are small things and characters and moments and stretches in season three that I think have been phenomenal, but yeah, I don't. Nothing has really been better than the peaks of season two. I agree with that. Um, I truly really liked what's call it, like Tiara and Yuri's fight and Tiara's introduction. I like Zam Zam. I know that was a little bit of a joke, but I like him. I don't dislike Mate, the doper concept. I think Lobadan's a good character. I think Loose Like versus Mazzino was one of the hypest things that's happened in Tower God in general. I'm not gonna go crazy and tell you the top three fight, top one fight. No. You know me, shout out to Pantagana for teaching me this. I got primacy bias more so than I have recency bias, but there's a lot of things to like. I liked Yama at the beginning. Yama was carrying for a while. I think Yas Ratcha's a great character. Calivan's my dude, but to me, kind of the Hell Train stretch is kind of the best part of Tower of God to me in a lot of ways. Though my favorite arc has always been, or at least test, has been Hansung Use Examination. That shit blew me out the water. I'll never forget it. It was different. It was special. He should have really used he should have really used the blog post for stuff like there's many princesses or characters different related story. The hype to see that out of the floor heads was definitely something. That was great too. Um Seeing Jihad come. choke out Bam, second, third fragment. The three orders, bitch. Come on, there was some hype, bro. Shout out to Charlie. There have been some great characters and moments in season three, but overall, I agree. Yeah, yeah. Just not perfect, you know. Sorry. What the fuck? What screen am I on? I'm on this screen. So yeah, man. A lot of Wait, the aspect was carrying on that mid marathon we were on was crazy. Yeah, it's crazy how Yama and Yasracha kind of it is what it is. A lot of characters to me seem to fall off at some point. There's too many characters. It's hard to keep them all interesting and relevant consistently. That's why I say having a series with an ever expanding cast is difficult to handle. And I think the two people we've been talking about today, Oda and SLU, have lost their ability to handle a large, ever expanding cast, but keeping the main core relevant, important, but also giving the other ones, people just kind of come and go, in my opinion. And I do think a lot of characters seem to somewhat lose some of their motivation or the things they initially started off with. And if it changes, that's fine. You just have to showcase and tell us and display that. If Aguero no longer cares about being the head of the Kun family or something, just let us know. Like, just tell us. He seems to be very neutered. He just bams fake mom. Bam, oh, you're the best. Oh, don't worry about the souls. You had to do it. Like, that's not moving me. Even though it's funny because I remember people killing SLU for the Hell Train. Damn, people were mad back in the day. They wanted to leave that train, and now they love it. Hindsight's 2020, especially with what we're getting now. But I constantly say this: the Floor of Death was not that popular when it was going, especially when Mazzino came. People are like, it undercuts all the tension. We have Mazzino here. Oh, it's too easy. That's not an arc that people loved initially. There's a lot of revisionist history on that arc too. I remember. And then people are making fun of him saying he's bald and shit. Urek Mazzino, that was a funny arc. People just roasting Mazzino, bro. Yeah, yeah, Ratchet transforming was crazy. That was a really good design. It looked like a Dark Souls boss or something, or Soulsborne enemy. Yeah, even that is more true in One Piece. How hyped where people see Robin finally fight someone after so long in Wano. I prefer the workshop battle saga over the Helltray saga, but they're both top tier. I mean, I just like season two in general. I think it has the best moments, character moments, fights, and all those things. Um, I definitely got a little bit of tired of going on the Hell Train saga, but it's not like we just stayed on the train. We come on the train, Ho Quinn left the train, name one station, come back, do something, whatever. Like we weren't just literally on the train, but the train was our mode of transportation that took us from point A to point B. Plus, we were skipping some floors, so yeah, it is what it is, though. I don't balls, it is what it is, though. I don't dislike this chapter, by the way. I don't think it's a bad chapter. It's like a 7 out of 10. It's fine. This wasn't like moved or anything. It didn't like blow me away or anything. It's just kind of like, okay, we here, we doing this. Let- Let's talk about Rachel. What's she gonna do? What's her role here? What's Rachel's role here? What's she gonna do, man? What is she cooking? What are her plans? What are her goals, dreams, and aspirations? What is she gonna do? taking, taking like she really just came and fumbled whatever it is she was trying to do. Who are you? Left her in there, and Gustang is like, "All right, get out of here before you die, you goofy." What is she cooking over there? My take is once a story is over and you read it from the beginning to end and you look at it as a whole, that's when you can really have a good opinion on the story and the arcs overall. I mean, obviously, when it's truly finished, yes, but I still think you can judge in at the time. But fair enough. Name Hunt was so fun. Plus Elaine Karaka versus Yuri. Yup. Alfine, she was fine. Iniesta versus Ran. With Machete said, "Yo, when you fight the REA family, don't try to dodge the attack. Take the hit and then hit him with something stronger." I said that's still one of my favorite lines in Tower of God, bro. And it came from the person who he wants to take down eventually, right? So very, very, very good stuff there. Notice how little we mention any of the main group when talking about great moments. I'm not saying they don't have many, but they aren't in the forefront. It's kind of true, I think. I gotta think about that, but that's yeah. Anak and Rand have their classic battle, but Rand's not even a part of the cast. Wagnan, I guess, antimatter Shinsu bombs. I don't know. You might be onto something. I don't know. I don't know. For me, Rachel's just there. When was the last time she did something interesting? I thought it was gonna be now. And I would argue when she had Hua Yun, it looked like she was controlling what was happening with Hua Yun. I was intrigued. But her last appearance before we saw her with the Pobedal family, I guess, blowing up Kun's heart and stuff like that. When she escaped with Europe and Iraq was supposed to watch her, um, she held information that Bam wanted over her head and cut. But I will argue this has been some of the worst usage of Rachel that I've seen, but I don't think it's over yet, so I'm going to reserve judgment for the time being. Because I do think Tower of God is usually at its best when Rachel is involved some way, shape, or form. But I kind of hear what you're saying. She kind of looks like she's just getting played and used right now. Like she don't seem like she's on top. Her role is she's the bozo chess piece. She can't move, but she can't be placed on the board. Doesn't it? Wait, it might drastically change at that point. Doesn't it seem to have much of a plan since she seemed to have actually thought that the bracelet was real and not a copycat? Fair. I think Rachel will get a power by the end of the arc. Maybe. I thought about Jihad's marriage. Jihad. Say the twin princesses collect all 13 months. Would they have a chance? Would they have to fight each other then? Sleepy Night. Rephrase that. Type that again. Indiana versus Round is so good. And push Bam again. Push Bam again. JVG versus Kaiser. Elite. One of my favorites. She's going to win. She's stacking up those receipts to hand back to people. Love that fight. I don't want to keep beating down the end horse, but with Rachel, nothing makes sense to me as to why she's currently where she's at and not dead somewhere. Feels forced how she keeps getting help. We'll see. I mean, that's Rachel's gimmick though, so I'm okay with it. If a series comes out weekly, I should be able to judge and critique it weekly because that's the main way the series is issued. And then you could do it as a lump sum when it's all said and done. Exactly. Both. You should be able to do both. Okay, so you thought about Jihad's marriage. Say the oh, so you talk about Lilia and or Shilia collect all 13 months. Would they have to fight each other then? I think he would have to choose one unless he wants to clap both cheeks. I'm not sure what you're asking me, Sleepy Now. You gotta rephrase that, bro. If a series, wait, man, I don't want to keep sucking SIU for character designs, but Kaiser, when we first saw her, uh, and her whole concept, my goodness, no, Kaiser, Elaine is elite, and he does have a lot of cold, even Karaka's armor. I think Yama looks good. I think Yatra looks good. Some of the canines, not most of them, but I don't know what Cal, but yeah, there's a lot of good ones. What is your princess? But you already had a child. I just thought about Jod's marriage. Say the twin princesses collect all 13 months. Would they have to fight each other then? Is the two for one? What is your princess? But you already had a child. I still know what you're asking me, bro. I'm sorry. I feel SC doesn't want Rachel to do anything actively competent along the family head. She's gonna most likely vulture during the aftermath. She's gonna pull a Blackbeard, come with something at the end. Jihad wants the pure ones. Is he asking me if like a knack? Like, cause a knack is the only demi princess. I'm not sure. I don't know, bro. I'm sorry. I'm trying. I'm usually good at deciphering this stuff. I don't know what you're asking me. I really don't. I have no clue. I have no clue, brother. Oh man. Um, Arlene scarred him. He wants that pure regular coochie. Cucharino? Cucharacha? SIU's idea for Rachel as a character is great and makes sense what he wants. He just needs to make it make sense. While the stuff is happening with her is happening, it ain't doing it for me. I kinda hear you. Rachel's kind of been running around, but she usually she usually ends up winning at the end at the last second or does something and we're like, damn it. That's kind of a W. Her What if you had a child before becoming a princess? Is what I think he is saying. So, but my understanding is that the princesses of Jihad are chosen to climb the tower beforehand. They're tested, and I don't think it really. Do we know any instance that it happened to somebody like mid climb or after they became a ranker or high ranker? They usually get the process done to them as regulars. From my understanding, if I'm remembering correctly, even with Elaine was tested with the boy. She failed it because she fell in love, and thus she never got the power. But okay, if the question is if the princess of Jihad has already had a child, then became a princess after the fact, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what would happen. I have no idea. Couldn't tell you. I don't know if that would matter at that point, unless he wants to be a stepdad. I mean, a test to be a princess was to choose love or power. So I don't know if you had a kid with another that it would be nominated for a princess. That's kind of what I'm thinking possibly. Question is, does that happen at the end, or maybe early with Rachel? Does she get over her inferiority complex, or she self destruct from that jealousy inferiority complex at the end? I just like the idea that Rachel gets strong more towards the end of the series than the beginning of the series, or like middle or whatever. Like I like to me, her defining character trait that she's kind of incompetent and useless, but schemes her way to the tippy top, and I think that makes her intriguing in her own right. The way I see it is that the road only leads to self destruction. Even if you win over other that you are jealous of, the feeling of inferiority too, their end result will make you all of a sudden not have it anymore, or I guess satisfy you. Maybe I don't know. Depends. Plus, she has some wishes, and then wishes. You know what? If Gus, what if Gustang dies and she doesn't get to use any wish? That'd be kind of funny. She never got a chance to make a wish because Gustang fucking kicked the bucket. There's the Aguero being chased. Aguero's upon. I don't know what rack was. He threw his piece in the ground. I don't know what it is. I can't remember. But is that the same piece that thing had? It's not right. What piece did he have? He's a bishop. No, that's a different piece. It's like a Rob Mantouré. If it's Raziel, Rachel is V's child. Does that make a W? I don't know. I mean, Rachel will more than likely cause her own downfall, but I'm still gonna root for her in defeating the knight. Certified Rachel lover. What was your guys' favorite panel, if you have one? I can't believe this group chat wanna be in a group chat ass dude is really out here. It's kind of hilarious to me. Please, somebody, please respond. So I give that Guru guy a chance. He will make a move. My favorite panel is the one with Gustang, like smoking a cigarette, kind of looking down. I gotta find it. I use it as a thumbnail. I don't remember where it's at though. He asked Ratcha bed with his paraphernalia. That was funny. I can't even find the fucking panel I'm looking for. That suck. There it is. This this was my favorite panel. What day? This one? I thought it was called. Oh shit! Hold up. Someday we'll walk in the ray of the beautiful sun. Ooh, child, things are gonna get easier. Ooh, child, things will get brighter. I can't fit this in. What am I doing? Hello? I'm over here making myself angry because I can't put the battery in. Shito. Okay, let's go back to Blanco. No, I can. I guess I gotta. No, I don't know. I'm just gonna delete it. Remove. We in the void right now. We inside a BAM, bro. This is BAM's negatives. BAM storage space, bro. Is this battery dead too? Like I don't understand what's going on. Why isn't this working? Hello, hello, bitch. All right then. I guess this battery is dead too. What the fuck? Why does this keep happening to me? All right. You know what we're gonna do? I'll have to do this for a second, but I did want to wrap this up because I'm about to do another Tower of God stream on Twitch anyways, so you guys can just come to me, follow me to Twitch. Give me like 20 minutes though, but let me just switch to this for now. Is it solo? Yeah, I'm gonna just be on here for a second. Activate. All right, boom. I mean, I can change some of this just so it looks a little bit more. What GIF is this? I don't want that there. You be gone. We want we want Huaryu. Yeah, we want you over here. I don't know what's going on with my other camera. I swear I charged both batteries today, but maybe I'm stupid. Um, where's the bar name? I need Tower God up there. I need TOG up there. I don't know where I've forgotten where I've put everything in any folder. Anyways, say what I gotta say and then we'll do what we gotta do. My fault, everybody. My bad. Yeah, smash a bad. Rachel getting pushed off the top of the tower and her hitting the first floor on the outside will wake up Phantom Minim. She'll start the next Tales user story. Yeah, smash a bad was funny. Favorite panel was Rack eating the chess piece because that's how much I care about this chess game too. Facts. Okay. I don't know. Rachel suffocating in space or Itachi choke slamming Bam and dropping him off the tower. Are my votes for the outcome? Spartan kick off the tower. Spartan kick. I forgot who that was. I have to go back and see the previous chapter chess piece was. That's how much I cared. Void Century and Kirby Stomach meet here. Sheesh. How are you and Tiara? How am I supposed to sleep now? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. 7 out of 10 for me. Fair piece of dialogue. What was a favorite piece of dialogue in this chapter? I don't know, bro. I don't know, man. Is this chocolate? There you go. I don't know. You know, it might be Enkidu laughing and being like, "Oh shoot, he's really gonna kill me, bro. Like I'm really finna die right now." So it might be that. It might be that. But all right. In about 20, 15 to 20 minutes, I'm gonna go live on Twitch at Paperwork Hems, and I'm gonna post this video, that video, on YouTube tomorrow. If you're busy and you can't come right now, you can't stay the whole time live. But we're gonna be talking about the strongest, ranking all the irregulars in the tower from weakest to strongest. So from Rachel to Phantom Minim. So come join me in 50 minutes on Twitch if you want to be a part of that. Thank you guys for being here. I'm gonna be out. Actually, let me show y'all the thumbnail. I'll show y'all the thumbnail real quick. Where's my image? Actually, do I know where the thumbnail is? I don't even know where that. Oh, there it is. So yeah, this is the thumbnail. So we're gonna be talking about these irregulars, and like I told you guys, you can add Data Urek, Data Kudadwan, and Data Jihad too, if it makes things better and easier for you. But yes, Hari needs to Hari needs to get her ass to Bam and lead him so we can get this game on the road and move to the next part. Great stream, most enjoyable to come and event opinions, time to time, peace. Appreciate you all. We'll be back next Monday with things. And I'm out, man. Y'all be safe.